Alright, we're starting off this series strong with the story of my great-great-grandpa, Willard Elwood Morgan. Not a ton of info about his life story is readily available, so I'll do what I can to piece together the clues and build a narrative around this guy. Ahem. Willard was born in Indian Creek Township, Pulaski, Indiana, to Watson Morgan and Rachel Sutton. He was the youngest of 5 kids, and it sure is a good thing his padres had so many children, because they were all probably working in the cornfields all frickin' day long. This is a picture of Pulaski, Indiana today. Honestly, it probably didn't look too different 100 years ago. Pulaski, Indiana was a rural farming community in the late 19th century known for its small farms, often family-owned, where crops like corn, wheat, and hay were common. In the 1970s, the area would have been fairly isolated, with transportation limited to horses and wagons. Willard probably spent much of his childhood helping out with the farm and swimming in Tippecanoe River. That is the actual name of the river, by the way. Tippecanoe River.
Gosh. Wow.
Sometime in his 20s, Willard decided to move up to Blue Island, a city just outside of Chicago. He was probably looking for opportunities in work and dating, since his little farming township had a total population of 1,000 people, meaning any of the women close to his age were either his cousin or his second cousin. There's even less today. It has not gone uphill. The good news for Willard is he did wind up finding his wife, Caroline Luscombe, in Blue Island. Unfortunately, this was right after something called the Panic of 1893, which sent the economy into severe economic depression. Sad. This probably influenced his decision to move back to the country because by the 1900s, he was living in Jackson Township, Miami, Indiana, a small agricultural community similar to the one he grew up in. In 1895, Willard's first son, Merrill, was born. 1896, second son, Chester, was born. Okay, I'm going to pause here and just say that this picture confused me for a second, because according to my sources, Willard had 4 sons. And then I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, maybe there were a couple of girls that I didn't know about. But I went back and confirmed, yes, these are all boys. It's just, it was a tradition in the 19th and early 20th centuries to have your boys wear a little dress or a nightgown until they were old enough to wear breeches, so that was just a thing. You're welcome. And then, at some point between 1905 and 1919, Willard moved to Kapow, Oklahoma, where he was struck by lightning and died. So, that's kind of the end of his story. It's kind of sad, it's a little bit tragic, but, you know, we can rest easy knowing that he lived a pretty good life up until then, had some kiddos, probably raised some corn. Ultimately, I am very grateful for all the sacrifices he made to provide for his family so that his bloodline could continue, and then I could be here today to tell you his story.